2.6 million jobs lost? How can that be correct? On Friday, I just saw the news report that there was some 350,000 new jobs created in this super strong, super vibrant economy that we're currently experiencing. So what I wanted to share with everybody that you will not see in the media, which is ignored by the media, and this is why the Fed always gets it wrong, because they're looking backwards. They have this data, but what they're going to do is they're going to wait too long, but they're using how this is being reported to give them cover to kind of hold their position for a longer period of time. So yes, that number that I just gave is actually correct. The BLS that does the jobs report, they do two things. Well, on the survey of businesses, it showed a loss of 2.6 million jobs. However, they don't ever just report like just the raw numbers that way. They go through all these formulas and adjustments. So in January, they always do sort of this re-benchmarking of jobs numbers. They also do revisions for seasonality, for the ups and downs during the year to try to smooth that out. And then they also have this thing called the birth-death ratio, as far as they estimate the number of businesses that have probably closed, the number of businesses that probably started up. And they go through all this estimation. And for January, they determined that, hey, you know what? We can go ahead and add another 2.9 million jobs to the numbers. So that's how they got the headline numbers. I know it sounds kind of crazy. A lot of us that watch this stuff and dig into these things, we all sit there and just scratch our heads and like, how are they even allowed to report it this way? So now that's on the business side. Now you got the household side, and that reflects a totally different story, which it has been for months and months and months. That actually showed a loss of 31,000 jobs. So when they're calling people up on the phone and saying, are you working? No, I'm not. So the net result is showed that there was actually fewer jobs in the marketplace, which kind of goes more in line with what we're seeing, because when we get all these other reports out and we're seeing all these layoffs going on, that falls more in line with what's happening. You also take into account of what's going on with ADP, which is a payroll service. So they come out a couple days ahead but before the normal monthly one, and show what they're reporting. Again, this is based on actual payrolls that they have, and they show just over 100,000. So that seems, again, more in line with what we typically would see. So more than likely, this headline number, what will happen, will get adjusted down, and then the market will start reacting. But the net result of all this is that it has an impact in the financial markets here in the near term. And one of those impacts has to do with interest rates. Jobs numbers was really high. It's a surprise. The job market is so strong. The Fed's going to have to wait. And what that does is that we had a knee-jerk reaction, and that kind of pushed rates up a little bit. Eventually, this will sort of unwind itself, and we'll see sort of a re-leveling back off again. But this is sort of the things that we have to deal with. So I wanted to share with you as far as if you're seeing why rates may have changed. We anticipate that will sort of adjust down, but this is part of the thing that we have to work through. So as we're forecasting into the next few months, as far as what we anticipate interest rates might look like. So hopefully now you're a little bit more informed as well, and then that we can create a better strategy for what we want to do going forward.